Hey, what's up, everybody? Again, what's up, what's down, what's shaking, what it bees like? Welcome back, unless you never left. So today, as you see behind me, I got a lot of stuff pulled out. Today, I just want to go over some quick classic rock live albums that kind of got overlooked a little bit. I mean, they're out there, some of them popular, but you know, they don't get as much attention as like a bunch of other ones do. So I'm just going to pull some out, just go through them real quick. And I don't have a lot here. This might be, I don't know, 20, 30, just a little stack here. I mean, I have others on CDs, and there's going to be a lot that I don't mention. I mean, there's a gazillion live albums, right? I mean, bands were just, even today, live albums, sometimes they're just fillers between studio albums. You know, sometimes they're recorded because they want to be recorded, you know. But we're just going to run through some stuff real quick and then, you know, leave some comments and stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole bunch, you know, that I left out, whatever. But this is just some of the stuff that I'm just pulling out randomly. It's not in alphabetical order, even though we're going to start with A. But, you know, all right, enough. Let's just do this, all right? Aerosmith, live, bootleg. You know, I mean, it gets talked about. I mean, it's Aerosmith, but, you know, not a whole lot's going on with this. You know, Back in the Saddle, Sweet Emotion, Lord That Dies. I mean, there's some really good stuff on here. Chip Away the Stone, which was cool that they did live. Sick as a Dog. This was on the Rocks tour. You know, then they do some studio stuff like I Ain't Got You, Mother Popcorn. Cool version of Train Kept a Rollin', Cypher Sore Eyes, Dream On. This is cool, man. Great 70s rock. You know, it's gatefold. Got some really cool pictures, you know, when Aerosmith was Aerosmith, before they started doing duets with Carrie Underwood. Oof. But yes, this is my original copy. It's nothing crazy. Columbia label. But, you know, I still listen to this, man. I still think it's cool. Nothing wrong with old Aerosmith. I love the old Aerosmith. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys do. So that's that. Now, this one, oh, man. This one, you just crank it up, baby. You crank it up with good old Uncle Ted. Now, I know a lot of people, you know, he's getting on people's nerves with crap on his radio show. I don't care. I don't listen to it. I'm not into that stuff. There's two things I learned a long time ago. You don't talk about politics and religion. Two things. And I learned that because I used to bartend. Those are the two things I don't talk about. No. All right. So, yeah, man. This album is freaking killer, man. This fucking Ted Nugent, man. Double live Gonzo. Oh, love it. This is remastered 180 gram. Right? Nice and glossy. And I'll show you one of the albums in a sec. But I mean, the songs on here are just brutal. Just what the doctor ordered. Wang Dang, Sweet Poo-Tang, Cat Scratch, Fever, Stormtroopin', Motor City, Madhouse, Stranglehold, Baby Please Don't Go, Yank Me, Crank Me, Great White Buffalo. This is just killer, man. Killer. Yeah, I'll show you. It's on this cool white vinyl. All right, nothing crazy there. But yeah. Awesome stuff, man. This album just cranks. Nugent back in the 70s, man. The Wild Man. If you guys don't have this live album, you should pick it up. Pick it up. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about this one too much anymore. I don't know, but me, again, it's freaking killer. It's freaking killer. All right. Now to move on to this guy here. A lot of people like him. A lot of people don't like him. But, you know, he was, I don't know. Live Sammy Hagar. All right, that's the back. You know, and this is a good live album, man. Red, Rock and Roll Weekend, Reckless, Turn Up the Music, I've Done Everything for You. That's a fucking great version on here. Bad Motor Scooter, Young Girl Blues. Sammy was cool, you know. Gatefold. It's a single album, though. It's not double. But, you know, he was trying hard in the 70s, you know, to make a name for himself and to come up. He was opening up for everybody and their mother. So, you know, I give, you know, Sammy some credit. Capitol label. You know, Sammy, you know, when he joined Van Halen, it was hard to see Dave go, obviously. But when I first heard Sammy was joining, I was like, oh, that's a good fit because, it's California. It's California music. It kind of coincided. Sammy was kind of gaining momentum. I mean, he was all over MTV. I Can't Drive 55. He had some hits, and then, the pairing with Van Halen, Van Hagar, whatever you guys want to call it, it seemed logical, and it worked for a while. But anyway, so speaking of Sammy and Van Halen, so Van Halen comes out with this live one, right? Now, just a little side note, don't tell anybody, but Record Store Day coming up, April 23rd, they're re-releasing this. That's right. But this is my original copy, even though it's on 180 gram. And this album, it's men's and men's, It's got its moments. This one is on blue vinyl. Check it out. And I think the Record Store Day one that's coming out, I think might be red vinyl, but don't quote me on that. But I know it's coming out. April 23rd, Record Store Day. You want a copy of this? You better be online, all right? This is a triple album. This is not gatefold or anything. It's just single sleeve, all right? And it has its moments on here, man. There's some cool stuff on here. I don't dig when Sammy sings the David Lee Roth stuff, but, he has to. I mean, it's the Van Halen catalog, It's like when Dio was singing the Ozzy songs. And, I wasn't crazy about it, but some stuff was all right. But, Best of Both Worlds, Finish What You Started. Top of the World is cool. Why Can't This Be Love? I don't know. One Way to Rock with Eddie. It is what it is. I wish Van Halen with Dave recorded some live stuff. I mean, there's a ton of bootlegs you can find now. Speaking of which, if you can't pick this one up, this one, the freaking light in here, the glare. This album is good, man. It's a radio broadcast bootleg, but this is better than that, all right? It's got Dave. Let me show you the songs. You know what? I'll just read them because the freaking glare in here is horrendous. So it starts off with On Fire, Feel Your Love Tonight, Running with the Devil, Atomic Punk, Little Dreamer, Someone Get Me a Doctor, Ice Cream Man Ain't Talking About Love, Eruption, DOA, and You Really Got Me. This was recorded in, the Civic Center, Pasadena on October 1977. So this is kick-ass. And the sound quality on this is very, very good. If you get a copy of this, get a copy of this. This is on red vinyl. Ooh. So that's one side. And that's the other. All right. These copies are out there. They're not hard to find and they're not expensive. And it came with these little liner notes. All right. Cool shot of Van Halen back in their club days. Then you got some stuff on the back. Not too shabby. So yeah, pick this up. Sounds great, man. No complaints. No complaints. Now, if I can get this back in there without destroying it. All right. Enough of that. So now this one is popular. A lot of people like this. You can hear a lot of Paul Stanley in this, if you know what I mean. Humble Pie. Performance. Rockin' the Fillmore. Now, I know there's a lot of people that talk about this. This is a great freaking album. And, like I'm saying, Paul Stanley, a lot of his stage rap and stuff, he was a big Humble Pie guy. The way Paul holds the guitar, it's very like these guys, Really cool, man. Great album. Gatefold. Double album. It rocks, man. This is up there. 70s kick-ass rock music, man. I'm Ready. 4-Day Creep. I mean, Rolling Stone. It's great shit, man. Hallelujah. I Don't Need No Doctor. Yeah. But again, it's up there in the ranks of live albums, and some people talk about it, and some people don't. But I'm glad that people do talk about some of this stuff because you don't want these things to get lost. A typical teenager now, he goes to the record stores. This stuff, if he doesn't know, he's not going to buy this. Unless he sees stuff like this on YouTube, they have no idea. So if you're freaking young, go pick this up. You won't be disappointed. Humble Pie. And there's, other great stuff by like the Allman Brothers at the Fillmore East. I mean, classic live stuff, man. All right, so another one. Alice Cooper. Yeah, pick this up. Another cool shit, man. A lot of people don't talk about it unless they're talking about Alice Cooper, but they really don't talk about this when it comes to live albums. It's just almost forgotten. But, you know, Alice Cooper's freaking great, man. He does some really cool songs on here as well. You know, this is early 70s Alice. Great stuff, man. Under My Wheels, 18, Only Women Bleed, Sick Things, Is It My Body, I Never Cry, $1 Billion Babies, love that song. Devil's Food, The Black Widow, You and Me, I Love the Dead, Go to Hell, Wish We're Here, and School's Out. Another classic rock, great freaking live album, all right? Go get it. Now, this is like a twofer. This is like kind of like buying Kiss Alive and Kiss Alive 2. Now, I'm not comparing the music to those two, but if you're going to buy one, you should buy the other, all right? And this is Bob Seger, man, and the Silver Bullet Band. Yep, Live Bullet. This is the first one that came out. Gatefold. Again, great 70s hard rock music, okay? Live. It's great stuff, man. Nutbush City Limits, Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser, Jody Girl. What a great song, man. I've been working, Turn the Page. All right, Turn the Page. For those of you who are into Metallica and you don't know where the song Turn the Page came from, right here, Mr. Bob Seger. The song Bo Diddley, Rambling Gambling Man, Heavy Music, Catmandu. Looking Back, Get Out of Denver, and Let It Rock. Yep. Great live album. Not many people talk about this. So, if you're going to buy that one, you must well get the next one. Bob Seger, Silver Bullet Band, 9 Tonight. Just loaded with freaking hits, man. Again, Gatefold. These are my original albums, by the way. This isn't 180 gram or anything special. Double albums. You know, cool back cover. You know, Bob, man, great performer, great performer. 9 Tonight, You'll Accompany Me, Hollywood Nights. I could listen to Hollywood Nights over and over again and not get sick of it. Live or even the studio version. I just freaking love that song, man. Old time rock and roll, all right, that got a little played out. You know, the whole Tom Cruise thing and the movie, I can do without that. Main Street, another great freaking song, man. Against the Wind, The Fire Down Below, Her Strut, Feel Like a Number, Fire Lake, Betty Lou's Getting Out Tonight, We've Got Tonight, Night Moves, that's another great song. Hollywood Nights and Night Moves, just back to back, I can listen to it forever. Rock and Roll Never Forgets and Let It Rock Again. Great stuff, man. Great live stuff. So you're going to buy one, you buy the other. All right. Another one that, I don't know if anybody even freaking talks about. Kansas, man. My God. You know, these guys are total 70s. Great freaking live album. Right? Gatefold, it's a double album. It's my original. You know, it's not 180 gram. It's got some cool live shots on the inner sleeves with some words. Make sure it's right side up. Yeah, that's the label. I mean, Kansas was huge in the 70s, man. You know, Dust in the Wind and Carry On Wayward Son, you know, Point of No Return, staples on FM radio. They still are. This is another sleeve. Cool. But yeah, there's some cool stuff on here as well. I love Kansas. You know, the drummer is very underrated. This whole band is freaking underrated. As far as these guys being musicians, unbelievable. Song for America, Point of No Return, Paradox, Icarus. Oh my God, what a great song. Portrait He Knew, Carry On Wayward Son. There you go. Dust in the Wind, just Mysteries of Mayhem, Lamplight Symphony, The Wall. Not Pink Floyd The Wall, but their version of The Wall. Just great stuff, man. Really cool stuff. I don't know if Seger, I got to go back to the Bob Seger thing for a second. Oh yeah, we got some pictures. My bad. There's some live shots on the inner sleeves. Mr. Detroit himself. Yeah, him and Glenn Frey were really good friends. And actually, the Eagles do backups on the his album Against the Wind. You listen closely, you can hear those guys. They're all buds, man. There you go. Bob Seger. The inner sleeves. Now I gotta go back and check the other one. Please hold. You check this one. Does this one got anything or is this plain white? Yeah, no, this ain't got nothing. This is just plain white. All right. Bob Seger. Kansas. Pick it up. All right. Speaking of the Eagles, their first live album. Again, this is my original copy. Gatefold. Live shots. This was on the Long Run tour. Okay. Yeah, I dig this album. Starts off with Hotel California, Heartache Tonight, I Can't Tell You Why, The Long Run, New Kid in Town. Life's Been Good. That's when they say that Joe Walsh is going to be the next president. He should. Seven Bridges Road. That is freaking great. You know, to hear these guys sing in harmony, Seven Bridges Road. Wasted Time. That's a great song, man. Take It to the Limit. Oof. Amazing. Dueling Dalton. Then, they slow it down, going to Desperado. Saturday Night. That's another great freaking song, man. All Night Long. The Joe Walsh song that was on the Urban Cowboy soundtrack. Yeah. Life in the Fast Lane and Take It Easy. Again, just staples of 70s FM radio. I mean, the Eagles were all over the place. And this is a cool album, man. Good shit. It comes with a poster as well. And then not too long ago, they released the Eagles live at the Forum 76. Now, this is not an old release. It's a new release from an old concert. So this is pretty cool. I think this came in a DVD or something. I actually have it. But yeah, you can find this everywhere these days. Pick it up, man. It's got some good stuff. It's gatefold. It's 180 gram. Go. Don Henley. It starts off with Take It Easy, Take It to the Limit, New Kid in Town, James Dean, Good Day in Hell. Great song, man. Witchy Woman, Funk 49. It's Joe Walsh. One of These Nights. I think that's my favorite freaking Eagles song. That's another one, man. One of These Nights with Hollywood Nights and Main Street. Just, those three songs in a row. Killer. And Already Gone. It's another one of my favorite Eagles songs. Yeah, One of These Nights, Already Gone. I got a bunch of favorite Eagles songs. They're just unbelievable. The inner sleeve is just black. Nothing going on there. Yeah, it looks like there's... What's this? All right, so it comes with these inner sleeves as well, but the packaging, it comes with the plastic liner ones, and you're better off keeping it in a plastic liner one than these cardboard ones to keep it from scratching. Let me just show you another one. So that's the other sleeve, and that's the other one. So all good stuff, man. All right. So far, so good. You guys keeping up? All right. So now another one. I mean, it's popular, but it's not really, I don't know, rated up there. I don't know. People don't talk about it enough. But it's Queen. Live Killers. Freaking another great freaking live album. That's the front. That's the back. Crack it open. It's gatefold. You notice how all these 1970s albums are all freaking, majority of them are all gatefold. Double albums, We Will Rock You, Let Me Entertain You, Death on Two Legs. Great song. Killer Queen, Bicycle Race, I'm in Love with My Car, Get Down, Make Love, You're My Best Friend, Now I'm Here, Dreamer's Ball, Love of My Life. Wow, that's a killer song. 39, another great song. Keep Yourself Alive. I love the first Queen album. I should do something on Queen. Don't Stop Me Now, Spread Your Wings. That is such a great deep cut by them on a News of the World album. I love that freaking song, man. Brighton Rock, Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, Tie Your Mother Down, Sheer Heart Attack, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, and God Save the Queen. That's a hell of a freaking song list, man. And then, the sleeves are just, they got some liner notes on them. What's the other one? The other one is green. I guess I can show you what the label looks like. What the hell? So this one's green and the other one is red. But yeah, Queen Killers. Can't go wrong. Now, they've released other stuff, like from their 75 shows. The Odeon and the other one in Hollywood. Great stuff, man. Just unbelievable. Queen back in the day. I mean, Queen in general, just freaking great. All right, coming up. Eric Clapton was here. Yeah, he smokes on this album. I mean, great freaking live album. How many times have I said that so far? 1, 2, 3, about 20 times already. It's another great freaking album. Eric Clapton was here. He does a great version of I Can't Find My Way Home, Rambling on My Mind, Drifting Blues, Presence of the Lord. Great stuff, man. Nothing fancy. This is my original album cover, RSO. But it's a great listen. I wish there were more songs on here. You know, again, I wish it was a double album, but it's only single. You know, it doesn't have, you know, Wonderful Tonight and all that other crap, because I think this actually came out before that. But anywho, yeah, man, pick it up. And that's the back. So you got a little TNA going on now. All right. These guys sold out Shea Stadium faster than the Beatles did. That's right. Grand Funk Railroad. I love these fucking guys, man. Mark Foreigner, I mean, an underrated guitar player and singer. The bass player, the drummer, Brewer, I mean, what a great three-piece band. Three-piece. And they just kill. This is the front. This is the back. Oh, this live album is so underrated. It's brutal. Brutal. Foot-stopping music, man. Rock and roll so closer to home. Now, I know you got to know closer to home. I mean, it's still on FM radio. That song, it's another one I just cannot get sick of hearing. It's just freaking great. Black Licorice, The Railroad. All right, We're an American Band has played the hell out. Inside Looking Out, Give Me Shelter. You know, they do the version of the Stones. The Locomotion, all right, they had their hits. Shining On, man. Some Kind of Wonderful. Heartbreaker. Great freaking song, man. This is a double album. The inner sleeves are just plastic with the label on it. But yeah, man, I love this album. I've had this album for years. Great stuff, man. Grand Funk. Such an underrated band. Now, the next one for you proggy guys is Genesis. Right? Good one, man. Seconds Out. Great freaking live album. Again, double album. Gatefold. There you go. I mean, Squawk, the Carpet Crawlers, Robbery, Assault, and Battery, Afterglow. Oh my God, the Music Box. The Music Box and the Cinema Show. If you're into Iron Maiden, all right, you will hear in those two songs a lot of Steve Harris, because Steve Harris was a big Genesis fan, especially with the, you know, back in the Peter Gabriel days, like Foxtrot and Nursery Rhyme. You listen to them and you will hear a lot of Steve Harris influence in the moody bass lines, especially those two songs, like the Cinema Show and the Music Box. Listen to those and you will hear Iron Maiden. Very similar. Not as heavy metal, but you listen and you'll hear it. But yeah, Dance on a Volcano, Supper's Ready takes up the whole side three, just like Zeppelin's Dazed and Confused. Man, I used to listen to that. I would come home as a teenager after hanging out with my friends, drinking beers all night, doing whatever. You know, come walking in the house at 2, 3, 4, 8 in the morning and just go upstairs and put the headphones on and just put on side three. Song remains the same, Dazed and Confused, and just fall asleep. By the time that song was over, I was already out cold. Out cold. Yeah, good stuff, man. But yeah, this is on the very cool stuff. So this is the one of the sleeves. You know, they always come with pictures. I just show you the album real quick. That's in plastic as well. So, you know, just a live shot on the record label. See, now when you buy CDs, all this stuff is so small, you can't appreciate what the pictures look like. When you buy live albums and you sat home and just put this on your lap and just started looking at everything, you know, with the album on, these pictures come to life. You know, that's why albums are better than CDs. Sorry, but it is. The experience is much better with freaking albums. And we can argue till death, and I will stand my ground. This is the other sleeve, and the other one. So yeah, what else is in here? Oh, this must be Japanese pressing, because it comes with this. All right, China. This opens up, and you got the words. Awesome stuff. Yeah, a lot of these Japanese pressings, if you look at my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. This doesn't have the OBI label on it. But yeah, Genesis, man. Peter Gabriel back in the day. And another thing, I know people say, oh, Phil Collins, you know, back in the 80s, he was like, you know, this big, you know, pop hit guy. But as a drummer, he's freaking great. He's great. He's up there, man. You know, and he's a lefty. Not that that matters with his talent, but Phil Collins is a very underrated freaking drummer. You listen to him back in these early days, and there's going to be another album that's going to come up that Phil is was a member of, and his drumming is just phenomenal. So never mind Sussudio, but his drumming, great. All right, coming up. Paul McCartney, man. Wings. Wings Over America. This is another great album. Double. That's the back. It's gatefold. Great live shots. Again, I don't know, man. I'm just speechless with some of these live albums because they're freaking great. Venus, Mars, Rock Show, Jet, Let Me Roll It. What else is cool on here, man? Live and Let Die. The Long and Winding Road, Lady Madonna. Maybe I'm Amazed. Great version on here. The studio version is cool, but the live version is just killer. Band on the Run, High, High, High. Beware My Love, Go Now, My Love. I mean, listen to what the man said. Blackbird. Oh, I love that song. Yesterday. So, you know, he does his Beatles and he does his newer stuff, you know, whatever album is out at the time. But yeah, this was a big album back in the early 70s, you know. And I think this is a triple album. I mean, it comes with posters and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so it's got different labels. Yeah, man, Wings Over America. Pick it up if you ain't got it already. 1, 2. Yeah, there's 3 albums in here. And it comes with a poster. I'll show you the poster real quick. Just because, you know. It's double-sided. So you got Wings Over America on one side. All right? And then you got some live shots on the other. This was on my wall at one point. And then I was smart enough, you know, when I grew up and had to move out on my own, you know. I took everything down and basically just put stuff back in the album and just saved everything. You know, the Live Eagles album has a freaking poster in it too. All right. Another great band, very underrated, but they're popular. That's freaking Cheap Trick. Gotta love Cheap Trick. How do you not love Cheap Trick? This was great. I mean, their first live album that came out was live at Budokan. Everybody freaking knows I Want You to Want Me. But these albums, this one and the other two I'm going to show you, came out, you know, recently within a year or two. But these are great, man. If you find these, pick these up. These are like recorded shows. I think this was 1977, man. Where the hell was this recorded? California, I think. But it's got all the early stuff, man. It's got like 2 shows on here. The late show and an early show. Oh, recorded at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Hello, McFly. Yep, 1977. June 3rd and 4th, 1977. Hello There, Come On, Oh Candy. I mean, all the early Cheap Trick songs are on here, man. Good stuff. Ain't that a shame? Ah, great. Awesome. All right, what else is in here? What else is in here? So it's 180 gram. It's just black vinyl. Nothing special going on. All right, show you that real quick. Cheap Trick. And they just came out with this little CD box set. Basically, I don't know if it was this whole show or the other one or the whole show, because I guess there's songs missing from this. I don't know. It's a, you know, deluxe kind of CD thing. I got it over there. But anywho, so that was one. That's 77. And this one was 79. I think they were getting ready to go tour with Kiss. Kiss was touring with Love Gun. And they were going to, you know, be the support act for Kiss. I mean, huge. Again, it's a gatefold. And this came out not too long ago as well. Here you go. Show you the album. I love Cheap Trick. All right. Same label, black label, 180 gram. killer live stuff. I mean, them live compared to the studio stuff, they just explode live. And again, talk about underrated. Bunny Carlos, the drummer, is very underrated. The whole band is underrated. Robin Zander's voice is incredible. You know, he should be in the top 100 great freaking singers. I mean, the guy's fucking great. Rick Nielsen, great guitar player. I mean, come on, man. These guys are awesome, man. All right, so speaking of live at Budokan, so they released that one that only has, not that one, the one in my collection that you all know, I've seen 100 times. Single album. It was only supposed to be released in Japan. It made its way over here in the States. I Want You to Want Me. Just, they exploded. Good thing. But this is the full version of it. All right. The complete version of that concert. You know, it's got a couple songs on here that aren't on there. But I mean, that one is great. It's just like, if you go back to my Judas Priest video where I talk about Unleashed in the East, where it's a single album, which is killer, and then with the re-release, remastered, and they add the extra songs is, you know, killer on steroids. Well, it's the same thing with this. You know, the live Budokan single album is great, and if you want the extra songs, it's on steroids, man. It's even better. It's just a little bit longer, but either one of them, you can't go wrong. All right. Coming up, Journey. Captured. Another really great fucking live album, man. Steve Smith's drum solo on here is phenomenal. I love this album. Great, just summertime music. You know, you live on the East Coast over here in New York. You know, we go through the seasons, you know, spring, summer, winter, fall. And by the time you're done with winter and the rainy season of spring, summer comes around, it's a whole different vibe, you know. It's a Journey for me, like Van Halen, and I mean, summer music. And Journey's definitely part of that. So this is before Don't Stop Believing and all that stuff. You know, the bigger hits on here are Lights. What's the other big one? Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', Wheel in the Sky, Any Way You Want It. And The Party's Over. It's a studio track on here. The first couple seconds of Steve Smith, the drummer, doing his little step beginning, is I probably put the needle back 100 times trying to learn that little freaking riff of his. That little section is just so killer as a drum intro. It's like, what the hell is he doing, you know? It's, listen to it, you know what I'm saying. Which makes sense to when you heard Don't Stop Believing for the first time, listening to his drum pattern. You're like, oh man. I was in awe of Steve Smith. The guy is just phenomenal drummer. Big influence. He was, you know, he did a lot of different things during those songs that don't get recognized. You got to have the ear. You have the ear, you listen to what Steve's doing. That guy is an animal. I mean, he's rated, but he's underrated at the same time, if that makes sense. All right. So here's the inner sleeve. Some cool live shots. You know, this is when Journey was Journey. Before all the crap that's going on now that you see on YouTube. These guys fighting and who's using whose credit card and the whole mess. You know, unbelievable. But so that's the label. It's the same thing on the other side. I still play this album to death, man. Journey Captured. Great live album. And I'll show you the other sleeve. And this came with a poster as well. One side. We got the other. The label's the same. Guys, oh, there you go. And then the poster. Speaking of Steve Smith. Oh, I love this guy. You open this up. Whoa, don't rip it. Ugh. It's very fragile because this was on my wall as well. You know, Neil Schon, I mean, the guy was in Santana at 15 years old. Like, seriously. Steve Perry, I mean, what a great band, man. Rolls Valerie. Great stuff, man. You know, and the earlier Journey albums, it was very fusiony. You know, then they got Steve and they, you know, got on the radio and then they just exploded. That's such a great shot of Steve Smith. Watching him solo on YouTube and stuff like that, the guy is just phenomenal. Beast. All right, so that's like an earlier Journey one. And now, later on, this just came out not too long ago. The Journey Escape Tour. Again, it's got its moments. It's got some good stuff on here. I'm not going to knock this. Gatefold. You know, I love Journey Escape. And I was just, when that album came out, I forget what year it was. It was just summertime, and it's just, I put that album on, and it just brings me right back. I mean, I know the songs are played out, Don't Stop Believing, and, you know, Who's Crying Now, Open Arms. But when that album first came out, that summertime, it was just phenomenal. All right, so this is a good live album, man. Starts off with Escape, very underrated song. Line of Fire, Lights, Stay a While. The studio version of Stay a While is freaking great. Open Arms, Mother, Father, Who's Crying Now, Where Were You, Steve Smith solos, another great solo on here. Don't Stop Believing, Stone in Love, Keep on Running, Wheel in the Sky, Love and Touch and Squeeze in Any Way You Want It, and in the live version of It's a Party's Over. It's a good live album. Pick it up, throw it on, it's good stuff. 180 gram, so you know, the stuff is all remastered. I know there's a DVD of this concert you can go find as well. This is the soundtrack to it, basically. Nothing fancy on the label. But yeah, when Journey was Journey, they were great. Just another shot of them. I think that's the same picture that's actually in Escape. Looks like it. Some words. Nothing too crazy there. So basically, I figured I'd show you this because I showed you Captured. Why not, right? Two different eras. Now, speaking of Phil Collins, this was the other band he was in. All right? Brand X. And you want to listen to Phil play drums, get into this band, Brand X. It's very proggy. It's kind of, you know, like Yes and stuff like that. But Phil Collins, his drumming is nuts, man. This is a cool live album from these guys. Got some awesome songs. Nothing crazy. Nothing going on in the inner sleeve. Just Passport record label. Black vinyl. Original copy. So yeah, you know, as a drummer, you know, I still listen to a lot of different things that pick up influences, you know. I mean, I got Earth, Wind, and Fire albums, Ohio Players. You know, I didn't just listen to rock. You know, I listened to everything. You know, you got to have a musical library of stuff in your noggin here. You know, you never know who you could end up playing with. Or if someone's going to write an original song, how can you make it different instead of just playing, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, unless the song calls for that. But it's good to have a good musical library. All right. So yeah, Brand X, get into that. That's a very good live album, single album. All right, now this one is talked about a lot, but then again, it isn't. It just depends. Rolling Stones, get your yayas out. This is my Japanese version of this. This is where the live version of Midnight Rambler, oh my God, comes from. This is great stuff, man. Sympathy for the Devil, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Stray Cat Blues, Carol, Love in Vain, Honky Tonk Woman, Live With Me, Street Fighting Man, Little Queenie. Yeah, man. Essential. It's a must. I'll show you because it's a Japanese pressing. So it just came with some stuff on the inside. These are stickers. Yep. I'm not about to pull it off, but these are all stickers. That's the other side. And this is on the London label. They pull it out of a plastic sleeve for you. Of course, it's upside down. There you go. Great live album. Now, I got a lot of Rolling Stones albums, you know, from the 70s, and there's a couple in here from the 60s. I love the Stones. Stones rule, and they're still out there today. Unbelievable. The great Charlie Watts. Charlie, you missed, Charlie. If I can get this in there. All right, I'll put it back. When I'm finished, I just throw that to the side. All right. Here's another one. I'm no laughing. But I actually like this album. I used to play it a lot. I have no problems with it. All right, this is REO Speedwagon live. Good stuff, man. Don't knock it till you tried it. This is before all their big hits, you know. Early days. It's got some great songs, man. Any Kind of Love, Lay Me Down, Son of a Poor Man, Riding the Storm Out. There you go. Great song, man. Music Man, The Little Queenie, Golden Country. Yep. Only a Summer Love, Keep Pushing. There's nothing fancy on the inside. It's a double album, though. Black vinyl, Epic label. I mean, this is an original copy. There's nothing crazy here. But yeah, I dig this album. I'm in the mood. I'll put this on. Why not? Rocks. Yep, good stuff, man. Go check it out. All right. Now this one, well, I'll do this one last. These guys, another popular, not so popular. Their songs are still all over FM radio today as we speak. You know, they probably should have been bigger than they were. I mean, they toured everywhere. They were big, but they just never, I mean, I don't know if they could ever come here and sell at Madison Square Garden. But I know they sold out, like, you know, the big places in Canada and a bunch of other little places in the Midwest. But another great band, man. Triumph. Stages. This is another freaking great live album, man. Unbelievable. It's just, that's the back. Double album. Live stuff. I mean, Triumph's a, you know, really good band, man. They had a great freaking bunch of songs. Nothing on the inside, just the white thing there. Show you the vinyl. I mean, this is just regular vinyl. MCA label. I don't have any posters. There's nothing else in there. There's no lyrics. Get in there. But yeah, no, she's got some great songs as well. When the Lights Go Down, Never Surrender, Allied Forces, Hold On, Magic Power, Rock and Roll Machine, Laying It on the Line. I mean, this is like the greatest hits. World of Fantasy, Spellbound, Follow Your Heart, Fight the Good Fight, Mind Games, Empty Inside. Yeah. Triumph, man. Stages. Check it out. And last but not least, I mean, like I said, I have more live albums. I mean, this is just some classic rock stuff. I have a bunch of CDs, but, you know, just the tip of the iceberg. So, this one, The Who, Live at Leeds. Now, I know it's popular, I know. It's fucking great, man. Now, this is my Japanese pressing. So, I'm going to open this up gingerly, all right? And I'll pull all the stuff out and show it to you. So this is the record sleeve. All right. It's got a lot of Japanese writing on it. That's the other side. I don't know if you guys can see any of that. All right. The album itself is in plastic. It's upside down. You know, it's got all that stuff on the label there, which is very cool. And this album rocks. I mean, Young Man Blues, that one song alone will just tear your house down. And it comes with all this stuff here. We got some pictures. Boys back in the day. Oh, try not to rip this. So it's got like these little extra things that come with it. You know, kind of like what Kiss does now with their box sets. Comes with all this jazz here. I know it's going to be really hard to read. And I can only hold it up for so long. But yeah, it's got a lot of stuff. Oh, come on. It's got a live shot. It's got like this kind of doodly stuff on the back. You see that? Thing from EMI Records. Yeah, all this stuff is in the album. This opens up, but there's nothing there. Ugh, psych. And it's got this poster kind of thing going on here. The Who. Marquee. Pete. Petey Pete. And it's just got like some little bio stuff. It shows like some tour expense stuff. This opens up as well. I mean, it's got a whole bunch of stuff in here, man. Oh, nothing there. So yeah, Live at Leeds, The Who, Substitute. And I know that it's been re-released because I have the other versions where they do the whole show. You know, it's A lot more songs. It's all killer stuff. But yeah, the Who Live It Leads. My Generation, Magic Bus. I mean, even this single version is great. Young Man Blues, like I said, my God. Summertime Blues, Shake It All Over, Substitute. What a... Just as a single album, it's just brutal. Killer. Killer, killer. So yeah. Pick that up. Any version you can get your hands on. It's well worth it. So basically, that's it with some of my classic rock live stuff. You know, I know some of you guys probably have this. Maybe it'll inspire you to get some other stuff. Who knows? That's what all this is about, right? Just showing you stuff to inspire. Hey, man, I haven't heard that in a while. Or, oh, man, I should go pick that up. Or, yeah, I need a new copy of this and that and the other thing. That's all this is for. Right? So, hey, take care of yourselves. Be good out there. Watch out for one another, all right? And I'll see you on the flip side, all right? Till next time. Peace out, Buttercup. Buttercup. Augie talking, take two. Peace out, Buttercup. Later.